Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw here in Vienna, and we're here at the Aster River Cruise Expo, and this is my first interview. I'm going to be interviewing a lot of the cruise executives, and here's one of my favorites, if not my favorite, honestly, Christine Karst of AmaWaterways. And there's a lot going on with AmaWaterways today, and we're going to get an update on, we're actually on the Ama Magna, and we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more on Insider Travel Report. Christine, first of all, it's wonderful to see you. As always, here we are on the deck of a ship again.
It is great to see you, James. How many years has it been, right?
I can't. I don't want to count them because but they've all been good years.
And look at this weather. We are here on March 12th, sunshine, and I just feel like it is just the right time to extend into the earlier season. It's still very authentic. The sun is shining, great temperatures. So we all enjoy it. All the travel advisors here, definitely.
Well, and then before, you just had a little session with the travel advisors, and I missed it. I just came in at the last minute, and you weren't just talking. You were serving them Austrian whiskey and chocolate. And I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? This is great.
Yeah, we had a farm-to-table presentation because now what is new actually with AmaWaterways, one of the things that are new is that we work together with many local farmers along the river. No matter if they bring us the apricots or the whiskey, brandy, rum, schnapps, the juices, the fresh juices.
Yeah, so we have fresh juices. It was wonderful, apricot and apple and all kinds of things.
Chocolate. What do you think about the truffles, right?
The truffles were amazing, and you know what? They do good with Austrian single malt whiskey too. So
I know you enjoyed it, and so did everyone else. So it's very important for us to bring the farm to table concept to our ships. We work with all these local suppliers in every region, not just the Danube area, but we had the ones from the Danube here on board. And it's biodynamic. So we know the ingredients they all use. They are world champions. The chocolatier, he is actually the world champion in making chocolate here in Europe.
Oh, wow. So I ate very good chocolate and drank some very good whiskey, and I washed it down with fruit juices. So
you were definitely surrounded by royalty.
That's fantastic.
And of course, they only team up with AmaWaterways. We are very proud of this, and this is the same what we do in many, many different regions of Europe and the world.
It's amazing. So that's one thing. So let's get to the basic. How many ships does AmaWaterways have today?
So currently 26 ships on the rivers.
Okay.
In April, so that's in less than a month from now, we will have the maiden voyage of our Ama Sintra on the Douro in Portugal. Wow. That's ship number 3.
Okay.
But earlier than that will be the start of our Ama Magdalena.
That was my next big question.
In Colombia.
That's the one I always ask about because we've been waiting for that.
That is coming
next. So when is this actually going to start doing revenue sailings?
It will be the first week of April.
Okay.
So this is just in 3 weeks from now.
And so when do we get to go on?
Oh, I have to say, the first half year is sold out.
Oh my God.
Then we have a little bit of space. Then comes, of course, the Ama Melodia later in September, October. And then hopefully we can have you on board. But the part is always with Colombia. There is the carnival in Barranquilla, which is the second biggest carnival after Rio de Janeiro, and that is in February. And so everyone likes to go at this time of the year. Okay. It's also the more dry season, less humid.
That's it. Yeah.
So that's why the first half of the year is always full, also next year, and the second half. But there is so many wonderful things, like the jazz festival in Mompox.
Yeah.
And Mompox is right in the middle of the cruise, an amazing town, formerly even more known than Cartagena, with all the gold rush smuggling. I don't say more about this right now. Come and experience.
Well, definitely I want to get down there. So whenever you invite me, I'll be down there, and we'll have to go together, and we'll do another one on the deck down on the Magdalena River, which is really I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've been putting off trips to Colombia, and now hopefully I'll do it this year. But it's great that it's finally in April. It's finally happening. Yeah. I know you had some challenges. It's a whole new river, a whole new construction thing. But that's great that that that's happening. So you have those, I think it's one and then a second ship, right?
The AmaMelodia is the second ship.
That's the second ship.
Yes,
So there's two ships there, and they also have the one in the Douro, right?
And yeah, so the Douro is the AmaCintra.
Yeah.
The christening will be April 17.
Okay.
And then we have AmaMagdalena starting early April on Rio Magdalena, Colombia. AmaMelodia coming in September. And those are 3 brand new ships actually this year. Now the 2 Colombian ships are small because you want to be small in Colombia. Both room for about 60 guests on board. We just hired actually our 8 cruise managers in Colombia, our wellness hosts. So it will be the same concept that we have on our rivers in Europe and in Asia. And then, of course, we also have the Ama Venita. We renovated this. We had the ship for a longer time, but it was chartered by our partner APT from Australia. We completely renovated it. The same with the Amarena.
And where's that going to sail?
On the Danube.
On the Danube.
Yeah.
So you have, and so when all that by the end of the year, how many ships will you have?
30 ships.
30 ships.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And I remember when you had, you remember when you had just a couple,
of course.
one or two.
You start small and you grow, and thanks to our travel advisors who really give us such great support. We couldn't build these ships without our advisors.
Yeah, well, so Christine, my hair is just blowing off in the wind.
It's a little bit windy.
It's a little bit windy. It's out here. We thought it'd be a nice day in the spring, and we're here in March, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, so how many destinations will you then have at this point?
Well, I would say we are now on 4 continents, right?
Yeah.
We are in Europe, we are in Asia, we are in North and South Africa, because we have 2 beautiful ships on the Nile River in Egypt.
Right.
And I just came back from Egypt, and I have to say, probably for me, when I look at the hospitality of the crew on board, it was one of the most heartwarming ones. I mean, they couldn't do enough for our guests. Wonderful. It was absolutely safe. So I encourage you all to come to Egypt to walk in the footsteps of one of the most amazing civilizations in the world. So you have 4 continents, so many different rivers. I cannot count them all.
I know, it's all, and you're obviously in Indochina, in Asia and all that, and you have amazing, and my business partner, Alan, went on the Nile. He had a marvelous time.
And you have to come as well.
I know,
right?
Someday I will get there. You know, you got to tell me next time you're going. You just were there next time. And next time, I also want to go on Mekong, but I'm waiting for you to go, so I got to see.
Yes. I mean, obviously, the world is beautiful. The rivers are fantastic. We are in a growing mode. I mean, again, thanks to our travel partners, 2025 is the strongest year ever. So let's keep this going. 2026 shapes up to be already.
Plus, they have 30 ships, so you got to fill the ships. Okay, they already have. You said on Colombia, it's pretty much that. But.
Of course, we fill all the ships together, right? We have an amazing team together with you. And today, post-pandemic, it is about the experience. And the mindset of the traveler truly has shifted. Yeah. It's about getting the best, not compromising. We are selling up from the top down, and with all the different shore excursions that we are doing in small groups, again, not just doing a regular city tour or the bike or the hike tour, but like in France, we are going to see a bee farm, right? Back to farmers, agriculture, what we had. We know that a lot of people have turned into their own organic gardening, what they do. So that is a trend, and we have watched this trend, and we have so many farmers around who want to work with us. So that is great. And there are so many other potential themes coming back to Colombia. Colombia has more bird species than the US and Canada together. Wow. So think about these bird watching.
Colombia, in terms of ecotourism, is so many species overall. It's amazing.
Overall, more than 400 types of fruit. Right. So you can eat so many different types of fruit every day that you have never tasted, and it's so delicious, and it looks great. And we will have the presentations there, not just the fruit, but the coffee, the chocolate, the rum.
More chocolate. You're trying to more Austrian chocolate,
it's
Colombian.
It's about the soul, right? Chocolate is
it's
the
about
darling of everyone.
Now, let me talk a little bit about what's going on with your executive team now. You actually have a new title, which is interesting. I don't think you're doing too much different from what you have. No. I have to refer to her as Madam Ambassador now. What are you, Global Ambassador? What is actually the title now?
It's the Chief Brand Ambassador.
Okay.
We Of course, we started AmaWaterways 23 years ago. Yeah. And as you said, with one small ship, now this year, by the end of the year, it will be 30 ships. So we are definitely growing, but always quality over quantity. So we were looking for a long time for a president that can come in, relieve Rudy a little bit. Rudy is the CEO now. And also, for me, it's very important to always look into the future because also river cruising is changing. Sustainability is not an empty word. It's about, of course, continuing with our partnerships with the travel advisors, but we also want to make sure that we extend and expand our partnerships with the local communities, with all the countries, with the villages where we are. Our achievements need to become their achievements. And this bridge is extremely important. And I believe with all the years in it, with the history of AmaWaterways, with all the passion and the purpose that we want to achieve, and many of our guests, our travel advisors, clients, they want to travel with more purpose. Right. Yeah. And that's exactly where we want to go and expand and also educate the entire world more about river cruising because it becomes global. It's not a niche anymore.
No, and especially you are global now, so you can really do it.
We are, but education is very, very important, and there is so much more to come.
And in that vein, you are famous for having incredible travel advisor programs. Anything new coming up that advisors should know about?
Yeah, I mean, travel advisor programs, you go on our website, AmaWaterways.com, you have our Travel Agent Academy, our co-branded website. Not all of our travel advisors have done it. It's a very important tool to increase the business. We do a lot of seminars on the river again. Into the future, not just about product, we have also started with marketing, talking about social media. AI is coming in for all of us. So definitely a lot of new tools that we give when it comes to education. And hopefully, eventually, we can introduce some of our travel advisors and you and our media to Colombia and all the great things we can do there.
We are looking forward to that later this year. And then, meanwhile, here we are at the Astor River Cruise Expo. And tomorrow, you'll see this later, we're going to have Rudy on a panel with Tor Hagen of Viking, which is, I have to say, I inspired that. Yes. I talked to Zane Kirby of Asta and said, he said he was going to have Rudy on. And I said, how about Tor too? And I said, I pay for that. Because if people don't know that Rudy once worked for Tor years ago, as did you, I think.
Yeah, in fact, of course, Rudy was the first president of Viking River Cruises. That's right. There now that we talk about. I came from Europe and after I graduated from university, worked for American Express, came to the US, joined Viking, met Rudy there, right? And so
and the rest is history. Yeah, they say. Exactly. So here we are again, full circle, and we're going to have a wonderful panel tomorrow. We can't film it, but we may show you a little bit there. I'm very excited about it. But I just remember last year, and I told that Zane Kirby that you had to have. I love Rudy. Alone, he would have been fantastic, but he kind of wanted it too. So it was going to happen, then it didn't happen. Now it's going to happen. So
yeah, that's amazing. I think they both get along very, very well. Of course, they know each other quite well. We all look forward to this. It will be an amazing conference for the next few days. And honestly, it is about storytelling, and we are on the legendary rivers where all these famous stories started. So I always see river cruising now as a canvas. Right. A canvas that is there for exploration, and we paint a picture with all the different colors. Pink for the tulips, purple for the lavender fields in France, yellow for the beautiful vineyards in fall along the Rhine and the Danube, and in France for the wine cruises, green, one of my favorite colors, for sustainability, and of course the lush green jungle, partially also on the Mekong River.
And Colombia.
And of course the vibrant red, and I might have my red dress on stage.
We will.
It's just
We
such a
will.
great
We
color.
will see, because we're looking forward to. Because you'll be on stage as well tomorrow. Anything else you want to tell our 127,000 travel advisors about AmaWaterways today?
Well, no matter how many beautiful ships we build, and of course there's so much innovation coming in all the time, it is always the personal touch. It is the human feeling. It's the empathy to qualify the clients, listening, and working on everything together. It's the relationships. Here are the ships, but it's the relationships we are building together, our travel partners, with the communities, so that we always will be welcomed with open arms in the world, all of us, and move together into the future and have still many more happy and successful years to come.
Well, Christine, I want to thank you for taking some time. Here we are in the windblown thing, but you look great. I mean, and we're really right on the Danube. I'm looking at this wonderful church that I've always been a landmark for me.
Right? Yeah.
And then we're going into Vienna tonight. You wonder why we're all dressed up. We're going to the opening ceremony of Astor River Cruise Expo, and we're all looking for a great conference. This conference has exploded in the last 4 years. I think there are 1,600 travel advisors here. And if you want to come next year, it's going to be back in Amsterdam. You better get going and register for it, because it's becoming incredibly popular, and you get to see this nice lady here. So
We look forward to welcoming you next year in Amsterdam if you didn't make it this year to Budapest. But trust me, it's the best investment that you can take, because you learn about all the river cruise lines, the major players that are out there, and they all welcome you with open arms and make it wonderful for you, an amazing experience.
I'm James Schillinglaw here in Vienna on the Danube on Ama Magna, and this is Insider Travel Report.